been a long time, John. Guess what, man? We are back on the Oval RC. I know some guys have been waiting and waiting for the next video. Like, when are you guys shooting a video? And hey, we're finally back. It's middle of summer right now. No, we didn't up and quit. John has he's been racing the whole summer season, right? John, hey man, let's. What do you want to say to the viewers?
Hi, missed y'all.
Yeah. What's been going on with you?
Just racing, having fun.
Today you got 3 cars here, right?
Yes.
And what class are you running?
Running stock and SC mod. I have a 13.5 along for parts.
So right at the end of the year last year, I think we were talking. We're going to be calling you Jonny Springs from now on, right? That's a nickname people have been calling you for last couple months. So I think we're pretty much stuck with that, right?
Yeah, I just can't seem to get away with it.
We're up here this weekend at Ultimate RC Pitstop in Sinking Spring, PA. They got a really nice oval dirt track. I'm coming here Thursday night for the Thursday Night Thunder Series, and it's going to have a couple classes, so you'll be able to get here early and get home early, so it should be a lot of fun. I will be racing this Thursday night, maybe doing the vlog from here. So John has really stepped up to the plate and surprised me with this really cool looking shirt. I mean, he's got Wagners heating and cooling on the sleeve. Show me the logo right there on the one side. We got the Oval RC logo on the chest. We got J Body on the other side of the chest. John's looking really professional, which we know John. This is pretty crazy. John, turn around. Let's see the back. Let's model this thing here. He's got the M Hoff across the back, number 17 Wagners heating and cooling down the back, and yeah, they're striking the pose too. The other thing we want to look at is John's cars. Sporting the Oval RC logo on the side, RS graphics. It's got Wagners heating and cooling up on the front panel. Papa Willys traction compound, number 17. Driver's name on the roof, J Body on the back. So John, we've been racing our whole life as kids. Me and you knew each other since we were, I don't know, I think I was like maybe 16, 17, I don't know how old you were. What were you, like 15?
Yeah, about.
All right, how important is it to have a sponsor in no matter what type of racing you're doing?
I didn't seek out a sponsor. I was fortunate that, you know, you as Oval RC, we as Oval RC, you know, we put that together. Troy with Wagner Heating and Cooling, he's helped me out. Thanks to him, I mean, we had these cool jerseys, and
every sponsor we got, like together, I'm no great racer. You know, and we really do this to basically let people know, hey, we're interested in the sport that we were doing. You know, you want to show up at the track, you want to have your team shirts on your team cars, you want to let people, you know what, you're serious about what you're doing. I don't care if it's stock class, I don't care if it's modified class. Somebody asked me, how do you get sponsored in RC racing? You know, all the sponsors we got are basically from friends. It's friends, and our friends probably sponsor us just because we're friendly people, not because we're great racers, right?
Yeah, because I'm definitely not.
No pro, right?
No, hell no.
So back with me right now is Tim Rothenberger, and Tim, I'm looking online. I see you're winning a lot, which is awesome, man. I know you put a lot of time into racing. You know, is that what it is? It's putting all that time in, right?
Time, effort, and research.
Yeah, and you're going all over the place. I see you and John traveling around, right?
Yep, John, Josh.
Somebody had asked on my Oval RC channel this week, how do you get sponsored? So, you know, you're a really good racer, so you can get sponsored in many ways. I'm not a very good racer, so it's really, I get sponsored maybe through the channel. How would you go about getting sponsored in RC racing?
I think it has a lot to do with your personal presentation of yourself, along with, and your skill level obviously helps.
Yeah.
But I think it's more how you conduct yourself in a odd situation at the track. I think that does get rewarded.
What percentage do you feel of a sponsorship that you need to be a good driver?
Oh, I don't know. I say it's probably 50-50.
50-50?
Yeah, that would.
You know what Tim said was well put, because every time him and Josh are going to a race, pre-race, leading up, and even after the race, the post-race, they both post what exactly transpired during the race day, and then they list a big thank you to all their sponsors throughout the day. I mean, these two guys are perfect for spokesmen for relaying all that information, you know.
They are. Josh, I see him, he even invites new people to come run his car during a big race, and he helps them out and everything, so that's something that's a good reason why somebody would want to sponsor you.
Yeah, we do that. We do that with both of our cars. Like, I have 2 mod sprints, and Dan over here sitting at the table, he's going to run one of mine next week because he can't get his ready in time. Cool. So,
any sponsors you want to tell everybody about?
I have TCR barbaric braces. I have Pop Willys traction compound, Wagner heating and cooling, like John. Troy's a real good friend of ours and helps us out. I'm trying to think who else I have. Whew.
What classes are you doing good in today?
I only run mod sprint and 17.5 sprint anymore.
Cool. Maybe we'll ask you at the end of the day how you did.
TQ, and both of them.
Cool.
So,
all right, Tim. I'm going to go over there on the other driver's stand, I think, and put the camera on my head, and I'll be watching your car go around, so you'll have magnifying glass on you in that stock class.
Great. That means I'll suck today.
He's been running in the top 3 weekly here at the Ultimate RC Pitstop, and see if that'll help him out or if it'll hurt him any.
Oh, it'll definitely hurt me. Guaranteed.
Put him under pressure.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get racing John again for points and come in here and get him under pressure. We'll interview him after the feature. So
I think you've been ducking me all summer.
I'm just letting you get more experience, and that way I can, and then.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yep. I've interviewed this guy before. His name is Dan Yaris, out of Central Jersey, I think, North Jersey. Very fast Mudboss racer, right?
Very.
Yeah, well, right here's Big Dan Yaris, and you've been around, man. You've been around the dirt tracks, right?
A few of them, a couple.
Takes you a couple hours to get here?
Took me 2 hours to get here today.
Where are you sitting right now?
Which class?
12 stock.
Second, probably now.
Who's faster, you or John?
It depends on the day. He had me last time I was here. He schooled me.
Okay. Coming up next, we got John racing the stock Mudboss class here at the Ultimate RC Pitstop, and we have Big Dan Yaris. This is going to be a good battle. Some of the drivers over there on the driver's stand. Cars are ready to rock and roll. We got Jim on the pole, followed by Big Dan Yaris. And you see John up there in the 4th position, and they're already piling it up. Got Gary Lape up there in number 32. Jim on the pole, Dan 2nd, Gary 3rd, John 4th. We have a little tangle here holding up the start. And I got the sun bright in my eyes, so it's hard to see, and do the best I can. Getting ready for the start here. Jim, Dan, and John getting ready to take the green. And here we go. Jim with the lead, followed by Dan, and then John. John hitting the Howie hump, messing up a little bit. Top 3 get away pretty quick. We're going to follow John throughout this race. John hitting the hump a little bit again. Seems to be struggling a little bit to put together. Right in front of John, we have Gary. Oh, we have a big tangle with the leader. And John will be taking over Dan. Dan's running 2nd. 3rd, John running 4th. Oh, tangle with the leader. Sorry, tangle was 2nd place. We got Gary in 2nd. We got Dan 3rd. Now Dan in 2nd, and then John. Got Dan running in that 17, Gary in that 32, and John in the yellow 17. They're all running pretty close together. John tangled with some traffic, leader going by. Gary and Dan getting ready to put a lap on John. John's running about a lap behind, maybe he can make it up. Although it's not looking very promising. Sorry about the wind. I know it's messing with the mic a little bit. I'm not exactly sure where John's running right now. I think he might be running in the 5th or 6th position. He's running about a lap down easily to the leader. Looks like 2nd place has lapped him and maybe 3rd place. Jim, Gary, Dan and John. There's our leader in that number 1, in the blue and white number 1. That's Jim. Very smooth Mudboss racer here at Ultimate. Always your top contender. And we'll take a look back at Dan. I think Dan's in the 3rd position right now. John right behind him. This may be a battle for position unless John just got lapped. I'm not really sure. Just trying to follow along and show some of the guys racing here for you guys. Had some carnage. Carnage is always a big player in RC racing. Me and John were talking today that there wasn't much carnage going on, but it still looks like there is. Follow Jim. Sorry about that. We'll follow Jim for a little bit. See how our leader's doing. 15 seconds to go. Got some carnage back here. Looks like our leader's found his sweet spot. Nobody around him. He's just out there making laps with less than 15 seconds to go. 6 seconds.
Laps 3 and 4.
Got our leader. We got Gary. We got Dan, and then we got John. The oval RC driver Johnny's upside down after hitting a Howie hump. And they got him off and going again. Ooh, gets into the side of Dan. See John waiting. A little bit of sportsmanship. Hey, stuff happens. I say keep going, but you know, John's a nice guy. Dan upside down. John underneath him. That may be for position. 2 laps to go. We're going by laps, not by time. I thought they were going by time. There should be 1 more to go. Race is in.
All right, that's the race. Gary, John, Sam, Mark, Mike, and Rebecca.
Finishing order is Jim, Gary, and John. Good running, guys. I was calling that crazy race, and I was trying to call it, trying to follow you guys. It was so hard. I don't know how you finished in a podium spot. I mean, I thought you were down like 5th spot. You were actually in 3rd?
Yep. Yeah, we worked our way back.
I seen you were over the Howie humps. You're upside down a couple times. But you somehow managed to pick up a 3rd place in that rough race there.
How's that for you, Ninja?
Dude, he's doing good. I gotta watch myself. I'm returning to RC racing here, and John's just he's getting better. I'm not even realizing. That means you finished ahead of Dan.
Yeah, Dan and I had a good battle.
I seen that. I thought Dan was a lap ahead of you, but obviously he wasn't. It was on the same lap.
Yeah.
Awesome. What about Gary? How far ahead was he?
I was running Gary down, and what's that? I was running. Every time I'd run Gary down, Billy said something stupid would happen to me, or It's just, and it's funny because last time Billy was up, it was the same thing. Deja vu. Every time I catch the guy in front of me, something stupid would happen, and I'd fall back a little bit. But all in all, it was good racing.
I was trying to follow it and try to call it with the video, but it was so hard to follow. The sun's very bright out there on the driver's stand, so I was doing the best I could, and I was following Jim. What's Jim's last name?
McKeon.
Yeah, Jim McKeon. He is a top guy here, tough to beat, and I was trying to follow him for a little bit and get a little bit of you guys. So I hope you enjoy the video, John.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. All right, well, signing off from Ultimate RC Pitstop in Sinking Spring, PA, and we'll be back here Thursday night. I'm going to get my car out, dust it off, and see what I can do on Thursday night.
Yeah, hopefully we'll start filming on a regular basis for you guys again.
Yeah, more to come.
It's this guy.
Yeah, I'm taking a break right now, so I wanted to get a video for you guys, and we'll get this one up.
Break from what?
Well, it's the stress of racing, so I had to take a break a little bit. I'll be back Thursday night. I'm not sure if I'll be vlogging, but here you go. Here's another video for you guys. We'll see you next time on the Oval RC.
Yep. See us.